over 60 million water bottles are thrown away every day. Almost everyone in the US uses water bottles, especially when you're going out somewhere, you don't want to take something like water, you just grab a water bottle and go. I personally drink water from water bottles all the time, but I recently noticed how much plastic goes to waste by using water bottles instead of having a reusable bottle. Not only does it cost a lot of money to produce plastic water bottles, but the environment is also suffering the consequences. With that being said, according to an article I found on containerrecycling.org, it states that the water bottle sales have exceeded the amount of $10 million. The money, that's what they make from selling the water bottles, but the production cost of how all the products they use and everything, it's way too high. And that's just the money they make from the water bottles, selling them and stuff. Every year, the U.S. makes 2.7 million tons of plastic into water bottles. The plastic is made from a product called PET. This is made up of 17.5 kilograms of water. So over 47 million tons of water is used to produce plastic, and they also use 20 million barrels of water. That, the 20 million barrels of oil, that's what can fuel 10,000 cars. So imagine how much water they use and how much oil they use just to produce plastic water bottles. So the worst problem of it all is the landfill waste. According to MNN.com, water produces up to 1.5 billion tons of plastic waste per year. Instead of people going and recycling, they toss them, and they usually end up in landfills and stuff where no one just leaves them there, and it causes waste and stuff. What really causes a problem is lots of money is used to produce plastic bottles, and most of the time the bottles do not get recycled. Just like I stated in the poem, there is plenty of money being used to produce plastic water bottles, and even more money used to purchase water. Most of the water used is not purified all the time. The main cause why making and selling water bottles are so expensive is because the company has to pay for all of their materials, and they use all the materials that they use, and from there they figure out the price of the bottle. So after they distribute the money to the manufacturers and everything, they take how much they spent, and they figure out, oh, I want to price this bottle to this. That's why sometimes you see bottles are $129 and others $150 because of that. Landfill waste is caused by the people who purchase the water bottles. If they do not dispose of them properly as to recycle them, then they end up all over the place. Not just in trash cans, but on the grounds, and eventually end up where all the trash goes. The plastic is supposed to be recycled, not thrown away. The solutions to these problems are, there are many solutions to the problem of spending too much money on production cost of water bottles and not properly disposing them. The government should ban water bottles in order to save money for the products that they use. Locally, in every city, there's a recycling center. They use recycle cans, water bottles, everything, and they pay you for it. So that's a good way to get rid of the plastic waste. Individually, people should start to use reusable water bottles, which will help the environment out so much more. So that the environment doesn't suffer the consequence of our actions as to not properly disposing of plastic waste, we should really consider using reusable water bottles, or simply recycling them. So the flyer that I handed out, it basically, there's websites where you can go on, and it tells you where to recycle and things like that. So yeah.